But um my name is Joshua Charles Pungatara. I was born on 11th of March 1983. Otahuhu. My mother's name is Rosemary Ann Goldsmith. She was born on the 21st of August 1959 in Auckland. And my father's name is Bishop Robert William Pungatara, and he was born in Mangakino on the 13th of October 1959. I've gone over in previous videos a little bit about my childhood and my experiences on that fucked up childhood trauma and shit like that. So I guess I sort of just want to sort of recap over everything, my experiences. So I think my earliest childhood memory would have to be I'm not sure how old I was. I might have been about 2 or 3. Pretty sure I could walk, but I remember Mum and Dad fighting over me. This was just before they split. I remember being in between them. Mum pulling on one arm and Dad pulling on the other. That's probably my earliest childhood memory. And I think that's when I started to blank everything out because of that fight. But I think growing up, I was always sort of left alone to do my own sort of thing. I'm not sure how old I was when I moved in with my best friend Kylie and her mum. By this stage, Mum had moved over to Waiheke Island with her then boyfriend Brian. Never really liked him. He was a bit of a fucking prick. I know he didn't like me either. But I do remember him hitting me one day. I think I was just being my usual cheeky fucking self. And I remember he pushed my fucking head into the wall. I can't even remember what happened with that. But I never really liked him from that day. Actually, I never really liked him at all to start with. Like I by this stage I'd been exposed to a lot of things, like a lot of drugs. Like I was around. I never took any, but like I was around it enough to know what they were. I'd seen Mum performing sexual sexual things just by off chance. Like, yeah, it's like I wasn't put in front of it. I just stumbled upon it, or yeah. And then the abandonment, like I always felt like a fucking burden to everyone. Yeah, always, because like that was. I believe that's why, like, I was, never. Was never really. I never really felt wanted or loved. Like, I knew Mum loved me, but she loved sex and drugs more than me. So, and because of that, I felt alone. I felt really alone. I knew I was a inconvenience for everyone. Chose this, didn't I? But yeah. And I guess sort of just growing up in that environment, there was always the chance of me being subject to any drugs or sexual abuse. Which is what I'm working through now, and the fact that I need to let go of that, and that pain towards that. But it's been hard testing. It's something I've fucking struggled with my whole life, Yeah, so there was all those things, and then never really feeling wanted or loved. I moved in with Di and Kylie was like my best friend. We used to bath together until a certain age where it was inappropriate. But yeah, we were like this. And I managed to catch up with her when I went back after my 21st to collect my mum's trust fund that was left in charge to my auntie, who was supposed to look after me until I was 16. Be surprised what money can do to people. Actually, no, you won't be. You won't be surprised what money can do to people. I'm not surprised anymore. But I was 11 when my mum committed suicide. I don't know the full details, but I know she had help with a friend of hers that was real solid friend. Used to get on the drugs together, and he helped her carry out her wish. I remember coming home from school one day, and Di, Kylie's mum, grabbed me and took me down to the room. I knew something was up. Straight away, I knew something was up. And she sat me down and she said, "Darling, your mum's been in an accident." just remember going, no, 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 no. I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad. I didn't want to believe it. I just kept saying no, 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 no. And I remember Di hugging me so tightly and saying, "I'm sorry, darling, but your mum's died. Your mum has passed away." Fuck, I remember it clear as fuck, like it was yesterday. And I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it. I just kept going, no, no, no. And then I had slowly but surely the rest of the family started coming over. Remember Lisa come over and Auntie Julianne, and just, yeah, it was so surreal. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it. The only person that was slightly close to me wasn't here anymore. It took a long time to get over that. A long time. Longer than it should have. Longer than it should have, but you know, that's caused me to hold on to a lot of anxiety about abandonment. And the sexual abuse was like, I don't know, everything. Everything happens to us for a reason. I know this, and it's to pave the way for who we are. It's only just recently that I've accepted all of this, and I'm trying to work through letting it go. It's fucking hard, but I'm getting there. And I know once I do let go of everything properly, all the hurt and all the pain and the anger, my blessings will come in. I know this. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better from someone that I felt like he was never loved by the one person he cared about the most. It took a very special person to come into my life and show me that mum's always been by my side, and she's been reaching out to me for years. And the fuck was that? anyway, yeah, so 2 years ago, someone special come into my life to show me things, I never looked at before. She knows who she is, and she'll forever have a place in my heart. Yeah. But she made me realize that mum has been by my side, walking with me, you know. The only time I used to speak to mum was when I'd be going through shit, and I'd fucking curse at her and yell at her and, you know, blame her for everything. I'm realizing I had to experience these things to become the person I need to be. Yeah. It's been very hard and very testing, but I'm nearly through all of the shit and out the other side. You know, I've struggled with drug addictions, abandonment issues, karmic contracts, constantly signing karmic contracts, and having, and then going through the same things, the abandonment issues, I thought I was. I believe I thought I might have had some sex addiction problem, you know, because you asked the mother of my children, like, if I didn't get sex daily, I'd be angry. I'd get upset. I needed that gratification, that instant gratification. And if I didn't get sex, then I'd be a fucking prick. I'd be a fucking prick. Yeah. But mum killed herself when I was 11. I've gone through all of this a little bit, but yeah, sort of just scratch over the top of it again. Moved to Australia. So I was 11, and I was supposed to stay with my auntie until I turned 16. She was in control of mum's trust fund. Needed my signature and hers to access the money. See, I don't think they realized I was awake when they were arguing about this, but they argued about they argued about me and where I was going to stay, and you know, mum wanted me there in New Zealand with my auntie Julianne, and dad wasn't having a bar of it. So I'm guessing they come to some sort of agreement, because when I got to Australia, the first thing Dad had me do was sign these slips to access my money and send them over to Auntie Julianne. And yeah, that was that. But I go back 10 years later to collect this money, and the sale of a house on a farm after whatever Mum had fucking pissed up against the wall, there was apparently $20,000 left. So unless she put like 5,000 or 10,000 into the trust fund, I'm not sure. Well, I don't know the prices of the houses back then, but I'm pretty sure you sold a house on a farm, at least a couple $100,000. Yeah. She did have a bad drug habit, so could have quite easily that way, but anyway, doesn't matter. It was her money to do with what she wanted, so you know what? I'd actually wish she'd have just gone and fucking blown the whole lot, because then wouldn't have led to a few other things happening over money. Fuck, money's evil. So just before I went back to get my trust fund, I met a very special girl who took a little while to warm up to me, but I can be charming when I need to be. So eventually we got together and we had 4 beautiful boys. Jackson was born on the 5th of November. He was our first boy. I thought he was a girl. I honestly thought he was gonna be a girl. I wanted a little girl just to cherish. Yeah. So he's a Scorpio. Then we had our second boy, Ryder. And he's the only one that we actually planned to have. He was supposed to help fix some of Sarah's reproductive systems. She had issues with I think it was her uterus wall that was really, really thin, and having another baby was supposed to help thicken the wall. I don't think it worked, but we continued to have more kids. 2 more boys, Jackson, Ryder, Chase, and Levi. Love you, boys. I always knew she was gonna have my kids. That's funny. I found a note. I think she wrote this to me just before I went over to New Zealand. This is special. I think this is the only note I've actually ever received something like this. To my beautiful man, just a note to tell you I love you so very much. I pray you have a safe trip and hope you have an amazing time. Ever since we've been together, I've never been happier, and I want you to know that. I love you, babe. Have heaps of fun and be safe. Love, your girl, Sarah.
Miss me lots. P.S. Miss me lots. Oh. You don't know you've got a good thing until you've lost it, hey? I'd change so many things if I could go back. I'd change so many things. But we can't, can we? We make our bed and we lay in it. So I believe Mum put me in the direction of Sarah's path. Because she was a soulmate. And you know, she stuck by me for a long, long time to try and help me fix myself. I believe there was obviously the stuff that she needed to work within herself to fix, but that's for her to work out and work through. Me, you know, I had to talk about the sexual abuse. I had to talk about the abandonment issues. I had to, you know, the anger towards my father and family, and you know, everyone's brought into each other's lives to teach them something. What she was here to teach me was that I can. It's okay to be, to let your guard down and let someone love you. It's okay to do that. And I struggled with that for how long were we together? 14, 15 years. And that girl stood by my side the whole time. The whole time. And I will always love you for that, Sarah. You taught me how to love myself. Despite not wholeheartedly loving you, you taught me how to love myself. Which ultimately led to us eventually breaking up. I believe her lesson was to love herself. You know, she stood by and let me walk all over her for years. Because she loved me. Yeah. You know, and we tried to work through things. But there's some real deep issues that everyone needs to look at within themselves before they can wholeheartedly open up to someone else. Because if we don't sort out those deep, dark issues, then they're eventually always going to surface, aren't they? And then they'll hurt the people that we care about the most. It's pretty fucking shitty. Like, there's things that I done to Sarah that I would never ever want done to me. Yeah. It's probably just like the other movie I'll put up, but this is a bit more clear on what's happened and why it's happening, and the reasons for them, and and hopefully being able to work through them, so I can be a better person, be a better father, be a better partner, and be a better human overall. Fucking need to smoke. I'm gonna stop this for now, and I'll be back. Merry Christmas, guys. Hope you're all being safe. And fucking love and hold the people that are close to you. Like, you never want to let them go. Because when they're gone, and you can't hold on to them, it can make life really hard to tackle. Mana. Alright. Back soon.